Have you ever had those moments where you just wanted to beat your opponent, not with your fists, not with your energy attacks, but a pure energy blade itself? I can help you achieve this. Yo, what's going on, guys? Epic Funny Adventures here, and today we are going to dive into how to make a key sword or key blade, or however you want to call it, type of build. But of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscription button, like this video, and share the video with the world, because the world needs to know about our epicness, our funniness, and our adventures together. Also, the same disclaimer that was in the fusion video, the link for that video will be in the description box below if you are curious to know how to do a fusion build with your friends. It will be in the description box below for you guys to check, but the same disclaimers for that video will be in this video. Obviously, this is meant to be competitive with your friends or with those that don't want to use some cheap tactics to win and just want to have fun with the overall game itself. Don't worry, I got you, fam. I got you. All right, I got you. But here we go. So with that being said, as you guys know, this video will be divided into 3 sections. However, it will be a little different in this video compared to most videos. So in case you guys don't know, the first part of this video, we will address the lore behind the build. That way you guys can know exactly why the build is the way that it is, and why I'm doing everything that I'm doing, and saying everything that I'm saying for the build to work and for it to be competitive. The second part of the video, we'll be addressing the CACs, which race will probably be beneficial to the build, or we'll be diving into exactly what the build of the race could do, or we'll be addressing basically anything with CACs we'll be addressing if it's needed for the video. And obviously we'll be talking about the body type, the height, and the actual appearance, if there needs to be an appearance for the build to be pulled off correctly and for you to look the part. Obviously, the third part of the video will be for stats and the reason why, but because of the fact that you really don't have to, because of the fact that there is not a lot that you can do for body type and it comes down to your personal opinion, we will be replacing the body type and stuff. Like, we will be adding extra, I will be adding, I said we will, who else is here? I will be addressing the move set that you need in order to pull off the actual key sword, key blade, whatever. I'm gonna call it key blades because it's easier for me. Whatever key blade techniques that you guys actually want to use. And with that being said, now that we address every part of the video, first things first, let's talk about the lore of the key blade build. There are many things that we know about the legendary Keyblade build, not because it looks cool, obviously, but we do know 2 points, and this is the 2 points that we will be talking about in order to explain for this Keyblade Keyblade build in particular. So the first being, in order to use the Keyblade, you need complete key control, aka concentration, a lot of key. You're going to need all this in order to maintain the form. This has been proven on both occasions by in the Goku Black arc, one being when Goku Black stabbed Goku in the chest through Zamasu, and the second being when Goku Black wound up summoning his scythe. Both took complete key control and concentration in order to manifest, in order to use. It's also been used by Zamasu, but this brings us to our second point. B, it cannot cut through solid objects easily. It's like the same equivalence as a blade, in other words. If this was the case, it would have completely cut through Trunks' sword, thus making his sword like a butter knife compared to it. But obviously the key is on the same level as a normal blade. Okay, so now that we addressed the lore of the Keyblade build, and now that we have a full understanding of what needs to be done for the stats to actually benefit you competitively against your friends or against other people that don't use any cheap tactics, and you get the point. If you just want to, if you want to use the build correctly, now that we addressed it, let us talk about it. So obviously with this type of build, you can go with any race, just like the fusion build video. However, this is just coming from me though. It can be done with every race. However, if you are an Earthling male race, I'm not going to lie to you guys, the Earthling male race will have the more beneficial factor to doing this. Actually, to be completely honest, to do a Supreme Kai build, you actually need a Earthling race, but that's besides the point. But yeah, you are going to want to have an Earthling race. Why? Because males have a stronger strike supers than all the other race. They also have balanced stats for both offense and defense, so obviously you're going to need to know you're going to need that in order to basically keep up with the sword combos and stuff like that. You don't want to be overrun by somebody who has pure power or who has pure health or pure speed. You want to obviously want to make sure that you want to have a good balance for your overall stats. Obviously, your key refills automatically and attack rises when maxed. So obviously, your key refilling is going to be beneficial to you because you're going to need all that key in order for you to make sure that you maintain the sword build. And I will get into that later in this video when we talk about exactly why you need the key refills automatically with the Earthling race. But it can be done with any other race. I can't stress that enough. It can be done with any other race, but the male Earthling race, it is more beneficial to you guys compared to the other race. But I mean, if you think about it, all the other races got these little big perks and huge transformations, and the only transformations Earthlings get is flying Nimbus and a power pole. So it's only fair, guys, for the Earthlings to have this one up in all the other races. But don't worry, there are builds for all these races that I can think of. Obviously, if you have it in mind, if you guys want to see it, let me know in the comment section below, or just let me know, and I will address the situation. But obviously, I'm just going to use the males. I'm not going to use the male Earthling. I'm going to use the Frieza race this time. So I'm not going to actually show you guys the combos and stuff like that and actually dive into how the combos can actually work with the Frieza race. Obviously, that is up to you guys, and that's for you guys to go to training mode and actually find out how to make these moves work. But hear me out here. But these moves, when I show you exactly how these moves work, it can be done with each and every race, regardless of what race you are or gender or anything like that. All these moves can be performed correctly in the same way as all of them. So obviously, your build type doesn't, your height, it really doesn't matter. Whether you want more health to maintain the actual key build for the sword, or whether you want speed. Me personally, excuse me, sorry about that, but me personally, I love to have speed over health, because obviously if you're going to be using swords, you're going to need to be able to get more quick attacks than your actual health for defense itself. But like I said, this is personal reference for height. It's not like the fusion video. Body type, you will really want to have maybe be big and buff like this, 3-3s, but hear me out, you can go 2-3s and 1-3s for the build. Obviously, some people don't like the 2-3 builds for Saiyans and Earthlings. Some don't like it in general. Some do like it, some don't care, but don't worry, I got you. But yeah, you can use 2-3s to get a good balance of strike supers and ki blast supers, or you can go 3-3s and have a complete strike build, buff character to pull off the strike moves as hard as you probably will want them to be. But obviously, if you have ki blast, if you're skinny, 1/3, that's actually, I said actually, that's actually a pretty good thing for you guys to have, and I actually will be using this build for our video today. As far as appearance go, it really doesn't matter. You guys can use your own appearance. You can make your character look however you want them to look. This does not affect the build whatsoever. So let us head to Canton City as we wind up addressing the actual stat part section of this video, so that way you guys can get out there and use your key sword builds and use them beneficial to you guys in your combats. Okay guys, so here we are in Canton City. Obviously, This is my Earthling race. I don't know all the combos. Like, there's this famous guard breaking combo that most players know how to do. If you're Earthling race, you know who you are and you know how to do the guard break. I don't know how to use the guard break personally, but I will be showing you guys when we get to the move set portion of this video, how each move can be used effectively. But in any case, I will be using my Earthling race. He is level 74, as you can see, but when I show you guys this stuff, you guys will understand. But let us use this attribute point. Oh snap, I had 3 attribute points, I didn't know. I will be redoing my whole entire build here. I'm using balanced stats here, 50, 50, 50, 58, 56, 50. I will be changing this hopefully by the time I ever do a video regarding any time skip builds or stuff like that. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Not hopefully, but I will be able to do it. Sorry about that. But yeah, so let us address the stats and the reason why they are the way that they are. First being, the first stat that you will want to address your points into is key. Now, if you don't remember, I did state in the fusion video, again, link in the description below, go check that out. But I did address that in builds, unless you have a God of Destruction build, Fusion build, Angel build, King of Everything, Supreme Kai, yada yada yada. Unless you have one of those builds, your stats should not go past 100. The main reason being is because I've already explained it. Obviously, the build, in order for you to maintain the build, to look the part and actually be the part, I actually did research, you will have to have your stats past 100 to be those type of builds and actually perform the builds correctly. But it's actually beneficial if you're not those type of builds, because you don't have to worry about max stamina and getting your guard broken, and then you're stuck with like 12 bars of stamina, and then your opponent does all these combos on you and you don't recover in time. So trust me when I say that your stats shouldn't go past 100. It won't hurt you. I've tested it out myself. But in any case, like I said, your first stat will want to be key. Now, obviously, this will have to be your highest stat. Main reason being, maybe 98, like 70, maybe 60 to 90, in that range, it should be pretty good. But just to simplify it, you should have at least 7 to 8 bars of key. Now, the reason why you need 7 to 8 bars of key, because like you heard in the lore, in order to maintain the sword build all on its own, you need a lot of key to address that. You need to maintain the form of the sword in order to make sure that you don't go down easily, of course. You're going to need that key also in this game, because a lot of your combos, including your ultimate, is going to take up most of your key, because most of your combos is going to be based around those attacks. Your super attacks, your ultimate, your evasive skill, all this, well, not your evasive skill is going to take key, but obviously your evasive skill will wind up being, as you know, vital to you. It's gonna be vital to you to pull off your ultimates and your attacks after you do a guard break, so that way you don't have to worry about, oh, I have to combo him so that way I can get 3 bars of key because I don't have maximum charge. You don't have to worry about that. Obviously, your second stat that you will want to be addressing is your strike supers. Your strike super should be your second highest stat. It should be maybe 70 to 90, perhaps. Yeah, 70 to 90 should be pretty good for strike supers. You will obviously want to have 70 to 90 for strike supers. Main reason being is because your strike supers is going to determine the damage of your key sword moves, and obviously it's a sword. So regardless of not if it's a key sword or not, you will want to wind up doing a lot of damage regardless or not. Obviously, against those that use key defense moves, such as Super Guard, I can't really think of all the defense moves that's in the game that requires key, but you guys know what I'm talking about. There are some moves out there that require key in order for you to protect yourself. But obviously, that will want to be your second stat. Now, if you're skinny, like I said, your Key Blast supers, if you're 1/3, in body type, you can pour points into your Ki Blast supers and you'll be okay. Your basic attacks, you can pour basic attacks points into your basic attack. Your health, your stamina, that's all your call to make when it comes down to that. Now obviously there are some people don't use certain sword tactics and sword moves in order to perform the combos. Now I did a couple of training earlier today and practice all day today, so that way I can show you guys exactly how you can perform all these sword move and techniques. So let us go to the hyperbolic time chamber, because that's where we need to go, and I will show you guys exactly what you need to use and exactly what you need to do in order to use it. So I'll catch you guys there. I obviously have to, take the ship over there to the hyperbolic time chamber, of course.